Real talk. No more. Real talk. We're putting it all on the table. You know what to do.
All right, here we are, episode 13.
13, yeah.
Yep. Braden was just saying we should be a few more ahead, but, you know.
Who's counting?
No, well,
I definitely am.
Yeah, you must be
I
counting.
definitely am, yeah.
You must be counting. But, yeah, hey, just off the top of the show, if you like what we do, remember, subscribe, comment, like, share, do all those things. If you got something you want us to talk about, let us know in the comments. We're more than happy to take on suggestions for topics. And, because sometimes it's hard coming up with the topics and all that sort of jargon every week. But this week we have a special guest on, Travis. Welcome, Trav. So I've known Travis for a while now, a long time, man. I was in 2014, I think.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah,
10,
man.
11 years,
Yeah. We've been talking for a long time, man. We haven't always been face to face, knowing each other.
First time we met was 2016, I think it was.
Top of the DH course at Mount Nongataha in Rotorua.
Yep. During the Crankworks.
Yeah, you were doing marshalling.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that was a good time, man. That was the first event, yeah? That was the first Crankworks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a massive stack in the rock garden.
That was your last sort of proper
Second to last
proper race.
Season, yeah. I had a big stack in the rock garden that year, but I still managed to pull a third.
Yeah.
And the next day, race day.
Bravo.
Yeah. Still did all right. Yeah, fuck, bro. I just ate shit in that rock garden though. Yeah, good times.
Yeah, I think it was day 2 I was up the top making sure everyone was getting down safely.
Yep.
Day 1 I was halfway down just after that big step down.
Yeah.
So that's where I was just before the bush.
Yeah.
So that's where I started at. And then I asked to go up the top just so I could meet the boys.
Yeah, and get a bit of a view up there. Nice view up there, yeah. You know, I definitely miss those days, that's for sure. My brain says, fuck yeah, you could do all that shit. But body says, nah, man, nah. Which is kind of sad because there's been many times where I've tried to voyage back into the racing or into even just the riding, but I just can't physically back it up now. And so
I was kind of the same. Like I rode BMX for years and then I had an injury and walked away from it and then did the same thing, went to mountain biking, but always kept wanting to go back to BMX. And now my sons started riding BMX. I forced myself to get back and I definitely can't ride the same. I'm real scared. Not like I used to be.
Yeah.
And but yeah, I still get out there with them.
Yeah, no, that's it, eh? That's it. And we've got you on tonight to the show because you've just started a little personal quest.
Yeah.
Hey, yeah. So that's kind of what we want to talk about. And we're going to do this episode with you. And because of the nature of this quest, we're going to revisit it again in like 6 months to see how it's going, and then in a year's time.
Yeah, sweet.
And because personally, I think what you're doing, what you're going to tell us about, is pretty cool, man. I think it's a pretty big, it's a mental task to take on something as big as what you're doing.
Definitely.
So walk us through it, man.
Well, I mean, shit, where do I start? So if you want like a bit of a backstory, let
us know what it is first. What are you up to?
So what I'm planning to do is run a ultra marathon next year. So that consists of 100 kilometers.
Wow.
The actual race I'm doing is officially 105 kilometers.
Wow.
Because there's a big step uphill before the downhill coming to the end. This year I was supposed to do the 10K version of the same event, but ended up getting quite crook. So I ended up having to pull the pin on that, which was a bit of a letdown for myself. But yeah, I've just got to keep pushing forward now to go for that next step.
Yeah. And what has brought you to this point in your life? Like now we could kind of do the little preface, I guess.
Probably exactly that with what we were saying with the riding and stuff like that. Like my whole life was riding bikes. And then once I walked away from that, I kind of lost who I was. And then just kind of had my job, my career, painting cars, achieved everything I wanted in that. You know, you have a checklist of everything you want to do. All right, cool. I'm going to do that, 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 and that. And then I want to be out in this amount of time because you don't want to be doing that forever. Took 3 or 4 extra years and I had achieved everything. Bought a house. We, did all of that. It was great. And then we made the decision to come over here from New Zealand.
You even had cars on magazines that you had painted, eh?
I had one that was in a smaller magazine, and I had a track car that was a cover car in 2015, I think it was. It was a Subaru BRZ, full rotisserie rebuild. So that was a cool project.
Yeah,
I wasn't actually technically supposed to paint that. It kind of just fell the way I needed to, which was awesome.
Yeah, that's cool, man.
And then, come over here and I started tattooing, and I was tattooing for 4 years. That was kind of the dream job, was to be an artist, basically. And then, cost of living, all that crashed. No work coming in, no money. You know, as a tattoo artist, you don't work, you don't make money. So I made the call, and it was a hard call to make, and I went back to painting cars. But when you go back to something that you've already achieved everything you wanted to achieve, what's next? So I felt quite lost. And I blamed myself. I blamed my family, which isn't the case at all. It was literally just because of the way everything fell. So for the last, I don't know how long I've been making it now, 12 months. Last 12 months, I've been beating myself up. My mental health took an absolute fucking turn, like just absolute dog shit. And I had no goals. I had nothing to strive for. It was literally just the mundane, go to work, come home kind of thing. And I didn't want to do that. So after reading David Goggins' books and Cameron Haynes' books, or one of his books, I haven't started the second one yet, I thought, fuck it, I'm going to do an ultra marathon. So I told my missus about it, and she was like, all right, whatever you want to do, I'll back you in it. So I'm like, all right, sweet. So I went and bought a pair of shoes, started running. I've always been able to run. My missus hates it. I literally can wake up, have no breakfast, nothing, and I can run 10Ks, no problem. I ran for a little bit. I think I may have inspired Tim here to get into running.
You did, actually.
And,
you did. This is the man.
And then I went off the rails. So I stopped running. I just hated getting up, hated all of it. And then, when I read those books and thought to myself, I'm like, fuck, well, these guys can do hard shit. I'm going to do hard shit. Fuck it. So that's when I made that decision. I'm going to run an ultra. And now, some people can just get up and do it without any training. I didn't want to risk a huge injury because I'm the sole provider for my family at the moment. So if I injure myself, I can't work. Yeah. So that's why I've given myself that 12 months to train. And giving me that 12 months, I can then figure out what my nutrition's going to do, what shoes I need to wear, what my breaking point is, and I can just continue going from there. So, yeah.
So how long ago did you decide to do this?
About a month ago.
About a month ago?
About a month, 2 months ago.
Yeah.
And then...
Yeah, so we got the exclusive scoop on this.
Yeah.
Yeah, rightio.
So, literally about 2 months ago, I'd finished... I'm about halfway... I finished David Goggins' first book, halfway through his second, then was reading Cameron Haynes' book, Endure. Great book, by the way. And I've just been sort of jumping back and forth on those. And I thought, fuck it, I can do 100Ks. So then, 2 months, and just made that decision. Found that the Guzzler is the big one for Brisbane, and just had a bit of cash lying around. So I signed up to do the 10K, which I unfortunately didn't get to do. But yeah. So yeah.
Yeah. Do you have to do like any qualifying
No.
for that?
No, just pay the money, figure out the route. With 100K, just from gathering what I've been learning in it, I'm still nowhere near ready to like understand the full things. But they've got checkpoints throughout the 100K. And because you've got creek crossings, you've got like hardcore terrain, all that sort of stuff. Because this isn't a road race.
Oh, okay.
Like this is basically mountain biking, but on your feet.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. So the 100K guzzler goes from Mount Cootha to Mount Nebo and back. So yeah. So you got to figure out your sections. So you've got little checkpoints, and basically what I would have to do is about halfway through the checkpoint, I'd have a go bag. In that go bag, I'd have new socks, new shoes, possibly a new shirt, all that sort of stuff. So then I'm not running 100 Ks on wet feet, because that's what starts blisters and things like that. And you want to be in as much prime as possible.
Yeah.
To train for that, will you have to, you said you had to work out your stages. Are you able to do that course as training?
I could. The problem is I would need to know the course.
Oh, okay.
So they give you basically a map before the race on where you got to go, but it's not a race that you do over like 8 hours. It's like a 12, 13 plus hour race.
Oh.
So I think the fastest time this year was 11 hours.
Wow. I
think around that.
Running through all the different terrains.
Through basically bush, yeah. Yeah, so it's kind of next level. So you've got, they say it's like 1% of people run a marathon, but it's 0.01%. I'm pretty sure it's somewhere around that will do ultras, because it's kind of a little bit more, I guess, extreme.
Yeah, man, it's way extreme.
Yeah.
Yeah, even just the thought of doing a marathon for me, like I just ran my first half marathon, and that was on road hard enough.
Yeah.
Like I could hardly even walk the next day.
Yeah.
And a mate of mine back in NZ said, "Oh, sweet as, time to sign up for a full marathon now."
You shut your mouth.
Yeah, that's exactly what I said. I said, "Yeah, man, I don't know, man."
If someone had said to me, I would have gone, okay.
Yeah.
And I would have done.
Mate, I'm tired thinking about running 1K.
So I went 6 months, I think about 6 months without running. I sort of just stopped, right? And then I knew I was going downhill mental health wise. So one night I got home from work and I said to myself, I'm going to go for a run. She goes, "Where are you going to go?" I was like, "I don't know, maybe just around Lake Eden or something." And she's like, "Okay." An hour and a half later, she messages me and goes, "Where are you?" And I sent her a photo at Petrie train station, and I'm in North Lakes.
Yeah.
So I ran from North Lakes to Petrie and then ran back. It took me about 3.5 hours, I think, give or take. I got home at like 11:30 midnight, went to sleep, then woke up at 4 and went to work.
So you fully believe that physical exercise definitely helps?
100%. 100%.
Okay.
Physical exercise, basically just putting yourself through the ringer.
Yeah.
Really. For me, that's what I found. Because
what did Rachel say in episode 3?
Heart rate above 120.
Yeah, and then that starts to help with our
Flushing out all the negative shit.
And I completely agree with that, because I noticed that as soon as I stopped doing exercise and just lounge around, I'm inside my own head, and it's fucking horrible. I hate it. So I go to the gym. I fucking hate going to the gym. I'll tell you straight up. I hate going to the gym. I hate fucking running. I hate doing physical exercise. Riding bikes, I fucking love that. It's great, because I know if I fall, I get hurt, and I get hurt, I know I'm alive.
Yeah.
Going to the gym, going for a run, I fucking hate doing it. But I know that once I'm finished, I feel good. And I feel good for 48 hours.
Well, that's exactly what our last episode was about.
Yeah.
Really. Doing the hard things.
Yeah.
Because the hard things is where the growth is.
Yeah, well, absolutely. Like you do notice it. Like I said, I achieved everything I wanted to do. There was a shop that I did my apprenticeship in. It was the top shop for BMW. And then unfortunately I got laid off during the recession. Then got another job just doing basic crash work, but I wanted to work on something more. So I set myself, all right, I want to work on rally cars. So I got into the shop that does Mercedes, Bentley, rally cars, all that sort of stuff. And they let me do them because no one else wanted to be on the ground sanding engine bays. Like, fuck, I'll sand engine bays, man. I want to paint rally cars. I got the opportunity to paint Possum Bourne's ex-WRC car.
Yeah, man.
Like, I got photos of that. It's a $1.2 million car.
Rest in peace, Possum.
Yeah, man. Like, it got resprayed black and silver and got turned into a hill climb car, and it still holds the New Zealand record for a hill climb race. And that car got raced by Colin McRae until he passed away, and then his brother Alistair McRae takes over and he races it. That's fucking cool, you know? And then from there, I wanted to do restoration. So I ended up getting into New Zealand's best restoration shop. I like challenging myself into a way where I'm out of my head in a mental state and just pushing for the next thing.
And I guess when you told me about this idea for your YouTube channel From Zero to Ultra, there was no doubt in my mind that I didn't think that you weren't serious about it because of how long I've known you and because I've seen all of these things that you've done, and you'll say you're going to do something and then you do it. You know, you put in all of that hard work, all that effort, all those late nights, like, you know, I've seen you do it. So there was no doubt in my mind that when you said that you were going to run this ultra, I was like, fucking mad dog. Like, because I knew that you're going to give it a crack. Yeah. Like,
I mean, and I'm not DNFing. I'm going to finish it.
Yeah.
And the plan is to finish it in the top 10. Like, if I can do top 5, cool. But I've got a lot of work ahead of me to get to that top 5. So if I can do top 10, cool. Then I can move on to the next thing.
Yeah.
Because I've already got another race that I want to do in the year afterwards. But that one's a lot harder. So instead of 100K, that's 100 miles. So that's 160 Ks. And that's through the high country of Victoria.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so that's a big one.
I want to ask you a question because you have to put a lot of, I guess, selfish isn't the right word, but you've got to spend a lot of me time in training. Again, I've brought this up on other episodes. Do you, and having a family, how do you find the right balance, or how are you going to find the right balance between, okay, I need to do this for myself, but also not feel guilty about putting yourself first? Is that?
Yeah, I know what you're saying. It's actually not that difficult once you get the routine going. So I literally get home about 10 to 6. I manage to spend maybe 10, 15, 20 minutes if they stall with the kids, get them into bed, and then I'll have dinner, and then I'll hang out with the missus for, half an hour or so until about 7, and then I'll go run. If I feel like I want to do 5Ks, cool, that's half an hour. If I get to a point where I'm running and I get to 3Ks and go, I feel pretty good, I'm going to keep fucking going. 99% of the time, as Tim said in the last, not the last episode, but the episode before, I will be running along and I'll go, I'll just do 6Ks, and I got David Goggins in my head going, fuck off, cunt.
Yeah.
Fucking run more. So I'll just go, all right, fuck it, fuck you, I'm going to do it. Okay. So I do.
Okay.
So there was one week where I think I racked up 77 Ks in 1 week. And then obviously the week after it was a little bit less because it was the week leading to my race. So I wanted to tone back the training to sort of not risk injury.
Yep.
And then I got sick.
Okay.
So I missed out. But yeah, so.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, no.
So this is all good. This is all good. I'm just taking it all in, man, to be honest.
Well, like Braden did a 35K walk with no training.
Yeah, it can be done.
And now he's signing up for a 42K walk with no training.
Yeah, it can be done.
Yeah.
It can definitely be done. It's all a mental state.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Like when I did the 22, I think it was a 22.6 Ks from my house to Petrie and back. I did that 6 months, 0 training, sitting on my ass. I'd gained 4 or 5 kilos, literally did nothing. I did it in an old pair of shoes that were wearing out. I mean, the next day it hurt to walk, but I still went to work. Like, it can be done. Yeah. But if you can minimize injury by having that preparation, then it kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's I'm pretty keen to get out on some trail runs with you.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. We'll do some Sunday morning stuff.
I just don't get the running.
Me neither.
Honestly, man, I don't understand it either sometimes.
I don't know if it's because and you get sore?
Yep.
No.
I do.
I don't.
Why do you keep going back to it? Like the next day, I'm fucking just all
because
up
of
my
this.
back.
Yeah.
Because of this. Like
Okay.
I've heard a bit of like your story, And I'm kind of the same. Like I get inside my own head very, very easily. If something doesn't go my way, I blame myself. I beat myself up on it.
Oh, yeah.
And then I find myself in this pit of despair for months. I just cannot get out of it. So my missus forced me to go to the gym. And I'm like, I don't want to go to the fucking gym. Fuck that. I don't want to lift weights. I don't want to do it. She goes, no, you'll feel better for it. You know, she's a qualified personal trainer. She fucking understands it. She does it for her mental health. You know, she's a stay-at-home mum. We homeschool our 2 kids. So she's under a lot of fucking pressure, you know, with a 9-year-old and a 4-year-old.
Yeah.
So when she tells me that you need to go to the gym because you're being a fucking cunt, then I'll listen. I won't like it, but I listen.
Yeah.
And then after an hour of being at the gym, whether it's a shit workout or not, whether I go there and do a 25-minute hill walk, like steps walk, and then do a couple of push-ups, some sit-ups, and then jump on the treadmill for 10 minutes, I'll sit there inside my head, like, fuck this, I don't want to do this. This is fucking bullshit. Why am I here? But as soon as I leave and I go home, she goes, how was the gym? And I go, oh, it was fucking all right. And she goes, bullshit, I can see it already. I'm like, yeah, you're right. I feel good.
Okay.
And I feel fine.
Yeah.
And it was exactly the same with when I rode bikes. And Tim can vouch for that.
Yeah.
I'm going to challenge myself.
I guess for me, like you know, with many years of riding bikes and skateboarding and riding bikes, there was a level of accomplishment that went along with the pain.
Yeah.
And I guess I still chase that in some kind of way.
Yeah.
And so the running gives me that pain and pleasure at the same time. Like I love being hard on myself. I love being, I'm a sucker for it. I'm a fucking sucker for the punishment.
I love being hard too.
and
That's one for Amy to help out that one.
And so, for me, man, like sometimes I don't want to run.
Yeah.
But those are the moments that you've got to get out there and run.
Yeah, exactly.
As the times that you don't want to do it, because you're always going to feel way better.
Yep.
Well, my mate says it's about discipline.
Yeah.
Well,
it's just discipline.
It is a disciplinary thing.
Everything is about discipline, and that's what I learned from reading David Goggins' books. Is that like you don't have to be the best at it. You don't have to be an athlete at it. You just have to get out there and do it. It's exactly what you guys said in the last episode about just doing hard shit. You've got to do fucking hard shit.
That's right.
You know, if you don't do hard shit, then what the fuck's the point?
Yeah.
And that's where I felt lost, because going back, the job that I'm currently in, I don't get to do all the cool shit. I don't get to paint cool shit. I paint crash every fucking day, and it's horrible. It's Groundhog Day. So I needed that outlet, and that's where going, okay, I'm going to train for a fucking ultra. I'm going to do this YouTube channel just to like step out of my comfort zone, just keep myself accountable.
Purpose.
Exactly. When I was tattooing, the amount of people that I had inspired to chase their own dreams was fucking wild. I tattooed this one guy, and his partner was sitting there with him, and she was talking about getting this job in a call center. And I said, oh, yeah, why is that? She goes, oh, I think I'd be good at it. And I said, why? She goes, oh, well, the real reason is because I need to pay off my debt. What debt? She goes, oh, for my animations course. So go do fucking animation then. The fuck? I don't fucking waste your time in a call center. Oh, yeah, but no one wants to hire me. Have you fucking looked? And she's like, oh. And then her partner was like, oh, yeah, she found one job, but she's scared to apply for it. I'm like, fucking apply for it.
Yeah.
If they say no, they say no.
That's it.
2 days later, he messages me saying she got the job.
Oh.
Instead of
Why the fuck not? You know? So when I went back to cars, it was just like I didn't feel any accomplishment. So that's what started sort of the YouTube channel. Like it's more like, it's not for subscribers, it's not for any of that shit. It's just for me to stay accountable.
That's right.
And then for some people to go, oh fuck, this cunt's fucking gone and done this. Fuck, I'm mad. Maybe I'll do that. You know what I mean? Like, because everyone can look at people like David Goggins, but he's just fucked.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But not everyone's like that.
No.
You know, I've got a 9-to-5 job. I've got a young family. You know what I mean? So
when the average Dre does it, it's relatable.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's kind
it's
of
attainable.
That's kind of all I really wanted to do, was to just sort of inspire people who are in that slump.
Yeah, that's right.
You know, that's pretty much all I want to do.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Well,
And,
maybe I might pound the pavement this week. Maybe I should. Did you hear that, guys?
Yeah, I did actually.
Maybe I'll start jogging, 500 meters.
Yeah, that's where
Hey,
you
it all-
start.
it all-
start.
It all starts, you
Yeah.
know, like end of the road and back.
Okay.
Well, the
it's a
thing is,
start.
you go for a 3K walk and you say, I'm gonna run for 500 meters of that. And if you run 200 meters and then stop and you run another 200 meters and you stop and you run another 100 meters, well, you ran your 500 meters. Then the next time you just try and link it together. And then the next time after that, you're like, oh, well, I'm comfortable at 500 meters now. Maybe I'll try for 600 meters. And
Yep.
then it's like, oh, I've done a K and then
Yep.
I'm 2Ks in and then you're running a 5K in 30
Next thing you know,
minutes.
we're
and
doing
then-
an ultra.
And then you're doing ultras.
Fucking oath.
Yeah, man.
Get it?
And that's how it started. I mean, that's because like when I started running, I couldn't run either. I'd been a pot smoker for 24 years, and smoked ciggies and vapes and all the rest of it. And my lungs were shit. That was shot. Like I couldn't run to save my own life if I needed to.
I remember the conversation.
Yeah,
You said to me, I'm lost at the moment. I don't know what to do because I can't go to the water like I used to in New Zealand. I said, well, that's why I started running. And you know what you said to me? Fuck that. I got fucked ankles. I got fucked knees. I can't do that.
Yeah.
I said, fucking bullshit. Get out there and do it. And then 3 months later, he started running.
So after you do a bit of running, that kind of subsides.
Yes.
There you go, guys. There's no excuse. That was my excuse.
You have to take your time into it, just like Tim said.
Yeah.
500 meters. You know, work your way up. I didn't do that. Like I said, I just wanted to do it. So I just went and did it. So my first run that I'd ever done living over here was, I think, 5 or 6 Ks, just straight off the bat. I felt like I was going to die.
yeah,
Like my lungs were so sore. I had a stitch like most of the way. And I think I was doing like a 10-minute pace. Like it was fucking horrible. But you build up to it. You do get better at it, you know?
yeah. My first run, I went out there and I think I ran about 3Ks, and then I couldn't walk for a week because my body was just like, what did you just do to me? Like
I was lucky.
Yeah.
and
I was lucky in that sense because obviously I was doing gym work prior to that. Because I rode BMX and mountain bikes and stuff like that, I liked my legs.
Yeah.
So whenever I go to the gym, I love leg day. When someone says to me, oh, I've got leg day today, I'm going to fucking get it. I fucking love leg day. I love that feeling of smashing your legs for 45 minutes and the next day you can't sit down to go to the toilet.
Like a penguin.
I fucking love that feeling.
well, see, for 4 years prior to coming to New Zealand, I'd been sitting in a kayak 2 times a week doing 25Ks sitting in a kayak. So, yes, your legs and your lower half are working to some degree, but not the same as when I was riding bikes or whatever. And so, yeah. So it was a bit of a shock to the system, but
Yeah, absolutely.
it got easier. It got easier, and then once
Physically, mentally it doesn't.
well, mentally, I think it has become easier because you become stronger. You become stronger mentally.
Yeah.
Like, when I first started, there'd be this overwhelming desire to just stop and walk.
Yeah.
And so you would. But then the more you become a runner, the more that voice is still there, but there's another voice that comes in that says, no, man, you can do this. You can do this. You're not stopping.
Yeah.
And that was like my main goal for that marathon was to not walk.
Yep.
And I didn't walk. And that was, even on the steep hill, the 17.5K mark, I didn't walk that little sucker. Everyone else stopped and
You walked
walked it.
once. You walked once.
I walked for like
A couple of steps.
a meter and a half. There was a girl with a sign.
Yeah.
There
No,
was
there's
a
a
girl-
reason. There was a reason.
There was a girl with a sign that says, run if you think I'm funny. And so I literally just stopped and walked for a couple of steps. And she
I would
went-
have been
and she was
disappointed.
like,
I would have been disappointed if you had kept running.
I approve.
yeah. And then I was like, just joking, I keep running.
Yeah.
And so that
But
was,
the biggest thing is the fact that your kids were there to see it.
that's right, man.
And that's what matters.
Yeah.
Like my kids were rooting for me right up until I got sick. So the morning of, the Sunday morning, I woke up at, I think it was like 4:00 and I felt pretty good. I said to my missus, who was chronically ill at that point because she'd got it, I said to her, I think I'm going to do my race. And she's like, oh, okay, all right. I'm not going to be coming to watch. I said, that's fucking fine. But I think I can run my race. And then 20 minutes later, I had a coughing fit. And I was like, actually, no, fuck that.
Yeah.
Not for the fact that, and I'm kicking myself because I wish I'd just done it. But at the same time, at that point, I didn't care for a test. It could have been COVID. The last thing I want to do was fuck my lungs. So I pulled out, and I'm kind of glad I did because my kids needed me at home.
Yeah.
You know, my missus needed me at home, and they're number one. So that was where I made that decision.
Yeah.
Still in the back of my head, I'm wishing I had done it. But now it's just time to, I've just got to press forward and move on to the next thing.
Yeah.
Otherwise, yeah.
Oh, well, let's go do a 10K trail run and I'll race you.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. And there you go. You
Let's
can
go.
get a race.
Yeah.
You can get a race in. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Your
Sounds
kids
good.
have seen you do, biking and all that stuff, but how do they view you doing 100 Ks? Is it a different kind of?
I don't think
they grasp it.
I don't think they grasp the idea of what 100K ultra is. There's a couple of little documentaries that I watched of a few ultra runners, and my daughter sat there with me and watched them, and but they were next level. Like they were like through the Appalachian trails and stuff in America. Like these are like guys that are trying to break records, like do them over like course of 29 days type shit. This is just a 24-hour thing. So I don't think they quite understand what's involved. They just know that dad goes and runs. And that's pretty much all I want for them. Because if I don't go out there and do shit, and then they get older and then they want to go, oh, I don't think I can do that. How the fuck am I going to respond to that? Am I going to turn around and go, that's all right, don't worry about it. You'll get it next time. Or should I just say, get out there and fucking do it because dad did it?
Dude, you just blow my fucking mind, eh? Like that's what better way to show your kids.
Yeah.
Like they know for example, sorry, man, I didn't mean to cut you off,
No,
but
you're fine.
my kids know that dad doesn't dance. I'm not going to do dancing, and I don't run. But if I could show them that I can fucking run, so well, if dad can do it, or do something, yeah, fuck.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's why I wanted the kids at the finish line of the
Absolutely.
race, because they've seen how much effort I've put into all the training.
Yep.
And I wanted them to see what that moment of all of that looked like.
Paid off.
Yeah.
And that hard work, I wanted them to share that with me.
The problem is, and this is where people get the misconception, is that they think, oh yeah, dad's crossed that finish line. Look at all the hard work he's done. That's 1%. The real struggle is in the training.
Oh yeah.
Race day, it's literally, you could have run 4Ks and done your ankle.
Yeah.
You could have run 6Ks and your knee could have given out. It's 1%. It's in the training. But your kids knew you were training. They saw you do the Saturday morning runs. They saw you doing all that sort of shit.
Yep.
That's what matters. They're not going to remember if I do a 100K run and I DNF at fucking kilometer 86, they're not going to grow up and be like, dad's a fucking loser. He didn't finish 100Ks. They're going to see.
He did his ankle, idiot.
They're going to see fucking dad tried to do 100Ks and got 86Ks in and got fucking dragged off the trail because he refused to quit.
Yeah.
That's what I want my kids to remember.
Yeah.
So I could sit there every day and bitch and moan, or hard way to say it is check out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And if I check out, who the fuck's going to tell my kids that they can't do something? My missus definitely will, but why should it just be her responsibility? So I have an obligation to suck it up and figure out a way to get out of my own head and then do the hard thing.
Yeah. My dad told me when I was a kid that I could do anything if I put my mind to it. And so I literally lived with that trait my whole life. And, sometimes it's a toxic trait because sometimes
Absolutely.
I try and do things that I really can't do. But,
You haven't done it yet.
yeah. Well, that's the thing. And I've always had this kind of mentality that if you try, it's not failing. Like not trying is the failing.
And that's what my missus said to me, because after having to leave tattooing, that was probably the single hardest decision of my life.
Yeah. And
it fucking broke me.
Yeah.
And not in the way that people think. It's because I was up till 2-3 o'clock in the morning tattooing mates. to try and learn the craft. Like I didn't do a traditional apprenticeship. I should have, but I didn't. But I worked my ass off. And only because of the way the finances went globally, that's what forced me out. So for months, and I mean months, it was all, oh, I'm fucking useless. I failed. How am I supposed to tell my kids that fucking they can do something if dad can't even fucking do it, rah, rah, rah. And the missus basically, she should have probably slapped me around. And she said exactly that. You didn't fail. You tried, and it just didn't work out. But there's still that part of me that doesn't want to give up on it and to try and get back to it. But at the same time, I like knowing that I have my day job and then I go home and I can do my own shit. Tattooing, it's 24 fucking hours and I don't get paid for that 24 hours. So that 24 hours could be used for other shit. And that's what I'm slowly starting to learn now. Like I'm trying to get myself back mentally to draw again, just for the fun of it. If I can get back to that, then my kids can still see, all right, dad didn't get to do what he wanted to do, but he's still pressing forward. And that's all that really matters for me anyway, is that if my kids can grow up and speak at my eulogy and basically be like, dad never fucking gave up, then I've won. You know what I mean?
That's awesome, man.
And that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
And it's taken me a little while to sort of understand that because it was that self-pity, but it's not about me anymore. So yeah.
Yeah. And to be fair, like I've been through this quest with you because, I've, supported you through a lot of things. And so I've seen this transformation and I've seen these highs that you go through and these lows and these highs. And, I'm really proud of where you're at now because I think where you're at now is a really, really good mindset to be in, especially from some of the stuff that, you've been through in the past. And so, and some of those darker days. And so it's, yeah, man, I think that's why I wanted to get you on tonight too, because like you said, you started your YouTube channel for a little bit of accountability. Well, I want you to look back on this interview in 6 months' time when we do the next one and see how far you've come from there.
Yeah.
And then hopefully that'll give you the push for the next 6 months of your training. And then, we're gonna
You should do a few more of these.
Yeah.
Progress reports.
Yeah.
See where you're at. And then, on D-Day,
yeah, man.
get down.
Yeah.
Show some support, show some love.
Yeah, man, for sure.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be hard. It was quite cool though because I was so dedicated to doing the 10K that even my father-in-law was like messaging me in the morning. He goes, "Are you going? Because I'll come and watch."
Yeah, I messaged you on the Saturday saying, what's the plan?
Yeah.
You running tomorrow? You run tomorrow?
Yeah.
And you're like, I still don't know.
Yeah,
Is this your running partner on weekends?
No.
No, I'm getting confused.
No, that's all right.
My bad.
No, that's okay.
That's like saying, okay, anyway.
Yeah, you're good.
Trav's a lone wolf.
Ah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be like that.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, I have what I see is I've got a lot of structure, but then when I look at Trav Strava, there's no structure to it. It's like he's out at 9 o'clock at night, or he's out, at some time in the morning.
Fit
or,
it in when you can fit it in, as long as you get it in.
I pretty much like rain or shine. Like my last 15K that I did, I could barely see the road in front of me. I literally walked out of my house and I was drenched.
Yeah,
and I was like, fuck it, I'm already wet. Let's go.
Yeah.
And I was like, I could do 5Ks, but I'm already wet. So I'm going to do 15. Fuck it. Let's go.
Yeah.
So I did it, rain or shine. And it was exactly that. The reason why I only did that because of the rain is because the other guy wasn't. And it's exactly that Goggins sort of mentality.
Yeah, man.
And I really like that.
Yeah.
Because whether or not you're a professional athlete or an average Joe, you can still relate to it. You know what I mean? So that was kind of it, rain or shine.
And embrace the nipple chafe.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
I want to talk about that.
No, not thigh chafe and nipple chafe.
Yeah. Body glide, mate.
Yeah.
Body glide.
Jesus
Christ. Yeah, it's been my friend lately.
Okay.
Yeah.
3B cream.
Yeah, well, anything over 12Ks for me, I'm like armpits,
Sandpaper?
nipples.
I'm not too bad now.
Yeah.
I was. when I did that 22K without getting into too much detail, there was a bit of blood.
Whoa.
Like it was pretty gnarly, but I didn't have any of the right gear. I was just running in old shoes, just short. I was like, all right, fuck it. Let's see if I can do this.
Fuck.
So yeah, that really hurt. But I mean, hey, you got to embrace the suck, right?
That's where the growth is.
That's
it. The pain barrier.
That's it.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, man. Yeah, no, and I think, I think it's going to be. I think it's going to do good for you in terms of just having those goals set.
Yeah,
because goal setting is a huge thing, and even if sometimes the goals, the goalposts get shifted on the goal, it's okay, know. But we've got to have goals to work to.
Yeah,
because if we've got nothing to work to, then you're just aimlessly wandering.
Yeah,
and
that's what I found, and. Yeah, it was a real struggle because it was like, all right, well, I'm back painting cars. That's it. That's my life now. I don't have any goals. What's the point? What's the point in setting goals if they're just going to be stripped from you? And that was my mentality. And it was dog shit mentality. And I still say that to myself now where I'm just like, why the fuck did you think like that? Like, I still have days where I'm like that. When I finished getting sick, I was like, fuck, I got to start running again. I don't want to do this because I enjoyed the comfort. Sat on the couch for 4 or 5 days just watching TV. I went backwards. I was eating comfort foods. I was doing this. Well, I mean, for 3-4 days, I wasn't eating fucking anything. But then I started shoveling everything I could in my face. So now I was like, okay, well, I need to get back to that structure. I need to figure out what the fuck's going on. Because I've already said that I'm going to do this in 12 months. And if I don't fucking turn up for myself, then how am I going to turn up for my kids? So that's what I had to do. So I went for my first run, my first 5K last night in like 2 weeks. And it felt fucking good. It felt good. It hurt, but it felt good.
So the initial getting back into it was kind of like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
I don't want to do it again. But I'm just, for me, like this is, there's a lot of guys out there would be thinking the same thing.
Yeah.
Like, oh, fuck, I don't want to. I said it to the psych today. She was like, oh, Braden, I know you don't want to hear it. I'm like, exercise. I'm just like, I don't want to fucking exercise.
Yeah. No one wants to exercise.
No one wants to exercise.
No one wants
she's
to fucking exercise.
But-
It's fucking dog shit.
Yeah.
But you know how you feel afterwards. I guarantee you, and I straight up guarantee you set up a little mat or something here and get a bunch of free weights and just do some curls, some push-ups, just a basic little setup. Your kids will come out and they'll start watching, then they'll join in, and then all of a sudden it'll be a family affair, and all of a sudden you'll move some shit out and you'll have a home gym, and then, yeah, you'll be running with Tim on Tuesdays and fucking...
I mean, like, your wife runs, man.
Then what's your excuse?
Yeah. Braden?
Someone has to look after the kids while she's running, right?
I see some bikes. Get on a bike.
Yeah, it's true.
That's
Yeah,
right.
yeah, you're right.
She goes and
There
runs
is no
15
excuse.
Ks. You guys,
My missus took the kids to the shops, was it yesterday, I think, and said, okay, we need to get you guys some decent shoes. So both Lily and Jet were like, oh, running shoes. So they got running shoes. Now they want to run with Dad. My son ain't going to do shit. He's going to get from here to the driveway.
you'll be carrying him, mate.
But that's fine.
Weight training.
But my daughter wants to run with me.
Yeah.
But
You know what I mean?
What do you say to the guys, like, for example, like myself?
Yeah.
Like, they want to, but they just feel exhausted.
Stop being a little bitch.
Yeah. I guess. No, it's true. It's
No,
true.
straight up. Like,
I like
Joe, I get up at 4:00. I leave my house at 5:30 to drive an hour to work. I do 6:30 to 5 and then drive an hour home. Do you think the first thing I want to do when I get home is chuck my fucking trainers on and go for a run? Fuck no.
It's it's discipline, isn't it?
Fuck no. I have a quick shower to get rid of the dust out of my body, and I eat and I sit down for 30 minutes, and at 7:00 when that alarm goes, I go. Whether I fucking want to or not, I go. Because if I don't, then tomorrow, if I sit there and go, oh, no, that's right. Today I'll take the day off and I'll do it again tomorrow. Then when the next day comes, I'm just going to carry on that fucking cycle. And then all of a sudden it's 6 months and I've got Tim going, hey, you haven't seen you on Strava. Or I haven't run. That's fucking why.
Yeah. And I'll be like,
You know.
stop being a bitch.
Yeah.
Stop being a
fucking bitch.
Stop being a bitch.
Plain and simple.
Yeah.
We've all got 24 hours in the day. How are you going to use it?
That's right.
You know what I mean? Like,
So what was Ryan saying?
Yeah.
You you find those little 15-minute pockets to
Yeah.
do something.
Anything. Like,
Habit
even
stack.
if you like watching a TV show or whatever, get a fucking cycle trainer and just jump on that while you're watching TV. We did during COVID. When COVID happened, I was working quite minimal because obviously the tattoo shops were closing. So we went and bought an exercise bike and we had it in the lounge. And me and the missus were like seeing how fast we could do a K each or whatever. Like, we were just powering through. And this is when Jet was, you know, in a little bouncer, and he was watching us getting all excited, and Lily was into it, and you know, we made it work. For me, exercises, it sucks, but it's easy because I have the background in riding bikes.
Yeah, okay.
Same with Tim. You know, once you've got that discipline of, okay, well, I do have to go out and do this, it's going to happen. If you haven't done that at all, it is definitely a lot harder to get started.
Yeah.
But you need to get
I
started.
think for guys like us though, like, because I've always been super active
Same.
in everything that I've
Yep.
done. Like I'm an all eggs in one basket kind
Yep.
of guy. Like, I can't stretch myself out over 3 things. Like, I'd be fucked if I tried
do.
to run a
I-
triathlon.
I do. I put myself quite thin with a lot of things, like with taking commission drawings, trying to do photography as like a little hobby. I'm just trying to find something.
Yeah.
The running is just exercise.
Yeah.
And with the running side of things, if I can inspire you to do it, even though Tim should have done that,
It's all right, man.
if one of us can get you out running, then cool. You know what I mean? And with the 100K, I'm not going to speak too much about that until probably 6 months, but for the 100K, I'm doing it for charity.
Oh,
I'm not doing it for me. What's the point in doing it for me? Like, at the end of the day, I'm going to finish the race and go, yay, I got my $20 medal and a fucking beautiful cheese pizza. But if I'm doing it for a reason, then there's more of a reason to complete it.
yeah.
You know what I mean? So for August, I'm running 5Ks a day for Red Nose.
Yeah. Wow.
I got $60 donated already, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, nice.
Um,
We'll drop some links
yeah, we'll sort that out.
in our description too for you.
Might even put in
Yeah.
a couple of pesos myself.
Yeah, mate.
But yeah, so the idea for that is to just run 5Ks a day for the month of August.
Oh, awesome, man.
You know what I mean? And then that's going to keep me accountable. Because if I miss one day, okay, fuck, I've missed one day, I now have to do 10.
Yeah, okay.
If I miss 2 days, fuck, I got to do 20 now. You know what I mean? Like, it's going to keep me accountable to do those Ks. So even if you did something like that, you know, sign up for Red Nose. It doesn't cost anything. All right, guys, on Facebook, to your friends and family and stuff. All right, I'm going to test myself to do this. Just like you're doing with the walking. You know, what is it, marathon distance?
Yeah.
You know, is that for
It's
anything?
for the kids.
Exactly. You know, that's a start. If you can set it up to raise some money for it, cool. Like a friend of mine, he's a runner. He's training me for the 100K. He was the first one to...
We're going to touch base with you again in 6 months.
Yeah, man.
And hopefully we don't have any more technical issues, Dean. And we still love you. And yeah, man.
Yeah, no,
It's
cool.
been a pleasure having you on, man.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah, no, it's been good.
That's been
Hopefully-
fucking.
Hopefully you motivated this lazy bastard to get up off his bum.
We'll find out in
Just
6 months.
That's right.
Yeah, I'll start doing something. If must be a bit of truth to it.
Nice, man. Nice. All right, bro. Peace out, man.
Thanks, man.
Cheers, brother.
Thanks for having me.
Oh, there's
no
no
camera.
camera.
We're putting it all on the table. You know what to do.